Hi, welcome to day 2 of 15 minutes for 15 days. The intention to get yourself back into your practice, or also just to try something new in small increments. So whenever you're ready, you're going to join me comfortably seated on your mat. Feel free to pop any cushions underneath your hips. Nice, so joining me here, sat on your mat with the legs crossed. Maybe a pillow or block underneath the hips, so if it feels too uncomfortable, you can also extend those legs out. Entirely up to you. Feel free, if it feels comfortable, to close down the eyes. And just take a moment to arrive, to be here, to breathe. The intention of taking our arrival is to physically and mindfully arrive here. Noticing your breath, the depth and quality. Maybe the breath feels shallow or staggered, or maybe the breath is smooth and steady. There is no wrong or right, just taking the time to observe. And as we watch our breath in, stillness, or our version of stillness, maybe noticing that the mind is quick to wander off. And that's also okay as well, just observing. And as we arrive, just starting to notice the cool, maybe, temperature of the breath flowing in. And as you breathe out, the temperature difference, maybe a warmer breath breathing out. Nice. And starting to bring movement to that breath as we inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. As we exhale, roll the shoulders down. Feel free to keep the eyes closed. If you'd like, you can open them. Nice, and then keeping those shoulders away from the ears, just going to tilt the head over towards the right side. Deep breath in. Nice. Inhale through center. Exhale, tipping the head over to the other side. Notice that I'm tilting the head, not looking down. Just notice that space within your neck, and as you breathe in, all the way in, just noticing how the breath may change that stretch. Nice. Next inhale, coming back through center. I want to look down and then look up. Take those arms out wide and up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Last breath there. And the next time the hands come down, we're just going to tip over towards the right. You can stay upright here, or you might bend the elbows to tip them over. Nice. Inhale, coming back through center, hands down. Exhale, up, straight up, or maybe tipping over to that side bend. Nice. And I'm going to do that with the normal pace of breath. Exhale, side. Inhale, transition. Exhale, side. And just doing that within your own pace of breath. Think about movement that is nourishing for your body. Nice. And you can keep moving to that side to side transition. Or if you'd like, you might circle to reach forward and then round. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, side and forward and round. Inhale. Nice. And then once you've gone in one direction, you're going to take into the other direction. Nice. And then coming back through center. Maybe just give your shoulders a little shake out. And then meeting me in all fours, tabletop. Nice, and as we make our way through to all fours, we're tucking those toes under, we're spreading the fingertips in 10 different directions. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, send the weight back. So notice the toes are tucked under, so when we sit the hips back, we're feeling that stretch through the feet. That's it. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale to sit the hips back. Nice. Inhale, forward. Exhale to sit the hips back. Nice, and then when you're ready to, come back through to all fours, release the toes, tops of the feet into the ground. Inhale, rolling through to cow pose. Exhale, rounding through to cat. Inhale, rounding through to cow. Exhale, rounding through to cat. And the last one there. Nice, bring yourself back through to cat pose and then center. Take your time to step that right foot forward, reshuffle if you need to. Hands down. Nice, so you can tuck the toes under, shuffle the knee a little further back. Inhale, lengthen the spine, breathing here. If you feel that there's not enough space there, feel free to place the hands onto the knees gently or palms to the center of the chest. Whichever option you're in, we're breathing here, breathing space into those areas that are feeling tight here. So we're targeting the hips, but depending on where you hold tension, you may feel it in different areas too. Nice, take your time. Your next exhale, start to send the hips back, but walk the hands back. So if you had the hands up, gently guide them down just to support your balance. Toes draw towards you. Feel free to straighten that leg out, or if it's not available for you today, keep the knee bent. If it feels uncomfortable for your knee, feel free to pop a pillow underneath there, or you can bend the mat and just bend the mat for extra padding. Nice, we're here in this half splits for 2 more breaths. Nice, and then when you're ready to, we're unraveling as you come back through to lunge. Hands down, tuck the toes, lift the back knees, stepping in through to your downward dog. Feel free to pedal the feet, twist, sway the hips if downward dog is not accessible for you today. Lower the knees, or even if you just don't fancy it, lower the knees into your child's pose. Whichever option you choose, we're here for 1 more breath. Nice, and then when you're ready to, going back through to all fours, and then we're going to step left foot forward to come into lunge. Remember, you can also frame the feet. You have the option to have hands on knees or palms to the center of the chest. Whichever option you choose, we're here. Breathing about 3 more breaths. Nice. When you're ready to lower the hands down, start to walk the hands back to support you. Toes draw towards you. Come into that half split, so I'll just move the hand so you can see. Knee can be bent, knee can be straight. Just find what feels accessible for you. Breathing here. And just notice what the hips are doing. Try not to sit to one side. Think about the pelvis being in neutral. So you might need to scoot, shuffle. Think about that right hip drawing back rather than towards the side. Nice. Your last breath here. When you're ready to guide yourself and unravel, coming back through to lunge, tucking the toes, lifting the back knees, step yourself back through to your downward dog. Maybe if you took child's pose before, it feels good to come up into a downward dog. Likewise, the other way around. Nice. And no rush, starting to walk feet towards the hands. Hanging here, ragdoll, knees bent, arms hanging heavy.
Invitation here to fold the arms if that feels comfortable for you. As we hang heavy here, feel free to shake the head, yes and no. Feel free to swing side to side. If it feels too intense, place the elbows onto the knees. And if it feels okay, let the head go. Just allowing yourself to be upside down here. Nice. And then from there, we want to sweep the fingertips along the ground, coming into chair position. Just a transition to reach up, arms out, shuffle those feet out wide, and then lower yourself down into squat. It might be half coming up into a more standing squat. Feel free to come there. I'll just face the space so that you can see. Or you might come to lower down into full squat position. Have the fingertips onto the ground, active through those fingertips, lengthen through the spines. If it feels too much, feel free to place elbows together. Elbows out, hands together. Or likewise, use arms, elbows to draw the knees out. Nice. Inhale, lengthen, and sweep the left arm up. Notice that the arm is pressing or supported into that knee to draw the knee out. Nice, and switching over. Inhale, right arm up. Nice. And release. Reach arms forward. Start to guide yourself down onto the ground. Feel free to shake those legs out. When you're ready to, we're going to cross the legs, going back into the position that we started with. Feel free to close down the eyes. Draw the shoulders away. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, letting go of tension held in your body. Deep breath in. Softening the throat, softening the face. Just starting to arrive back to stillness. After a bit of movement, noticing how you may be feeling right now. As we arrive back into our day with intent. Intentions are a space where we create what we want through a day. We create our mindset before we start our day or start our task. Live, breathe with intent, do with intent. As we arrive back, setting any intentions here, or if you don't have any in mind, just set the intention to be here now, each moment by moment, breath by breath. Watching the inflow and the outflow of the breath. Nice, palms together, noticing the sensations between each palm. Closing our practice, we'll inhale, circle the arms up over the head, palms together, exhale, hands down through center. Namaste. Welcome back, and thank you for joining 15 minutes for 15 days. I will see you back here for day 3. Take care. Bye.